So next I'm going to talk through how we're able to set a shift position as well as the min and maximum value for a particular position. So the shift pattern is going to be the standard shift that somebody would be signed up for. So what I mean by that is, if your duty officers are typically on call for a week, you would want to have them set a week-long shift pattern. There's also the option to have an 8-hour-long shift pattern or even a month-long shift pattern. It's fairly flexible. If there's a shift pattern that your region wishes to use and you do not see that set in the shift pattern, you're welcome to request that by submitting a ticket to the IT customer portal. So in order to set a position shift pattern, I'm going to come over to the rostering tab, and I'm going to select the position that I would like to set the shift pattern for. So I'm going to start with my duty officer on call. I do this by double-clicking on their position, and it's going to open up that position's role details. To set this position's shift pattern, I come over here to the shift pattern dropdown, and I'm able to select the shift pattern that I'd want to use for this position. For the purposes of this demo, I'm going to say that this region wants to use an 8-hour shift pattern for their duty officers on call. The next detail I want to point out is the maximum and minimum resources. What these stand for are the maximum or minimum number of people that you would like to be signed up for a particular role to ensure that it's covered. So for example, if you want to ensure that you have at least 2 duty officers assigned to a shift to ensure they both get the notification and at least one person responds, you could put 2 here at the maximum resources value. It's our recommendation that you actually leave both the max and min value to 1, as there are backups listed here at the duty officer schedule. You see we have duty officer, backup, and reserve. So you can, while you can adjust the maximum resources here so you could have multiple people signed up for this role, we recommend leaving it at 1. So I'm going to go ahead and save this. And I can move on to my next position to set their shift pattern and min and max resources. So I move on to backup duty officer. I'm going to double click on this role. For this shift pattern, I'm going to leave it, I'm going to make it a little bit longer. We're going to have our backups be on call for a week. I click OK. I'm going to do the same thing for reserve. I'm going to double click it. It opens up their role details. For this shift pattern, I'm going to go ahead and set this one for a month shift pattern. And then I click OK.